Life is hard. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to set you free. Because once you accept the reality, you stop waiting for things to get easy. And you start choosing the kind of hard that leads somewhere worth going. Working out is hard, but so is feeling uncomfortable in your own skin. Saving money is hard, but so is living paycheck to paycheck. Having tough conversations is hard, but so is bottling everything up and letting resentment eat away at you. You see, the idea that you can avoid pain by doing nothing is a lie. Because if you don't pick your hard, life will pick it for you. And the hard that life picks usually comes with regret. It's regret for what you didn't start, regret for who you didn't become, regret for knowing deep down you had more in you, but you let fear or comfort keep you still. Now, choosing your hard doesn't mean your life becomes a constant struggle. It means you become intentional. It means you understand that growth isn't supposed to feel easy. It means you stop blaming the world for your circumstances and start owning your path forward. Look, no one wakes up excited to face discomfort. But the people who build great things in their bodies, their relationships, their businesses, their minds, they have one thing in common. They stopped asking for it to be easy. They started asking, is this hard worth it? And when the answer is yes, that's when your life starts to change. You stop skipping workouts. You stop making excuses for a job you hate. You stop staying quiet when you know you should speak up. Because now you know that comfort comes with a price. It costs you your potential. It costs you your confidence. It costs you the pride that only comes from showing up when you didn't feel like it. But understand though that hard doesn't last forever. Eventually the workouts get easier. The discipline becomes routine and the uncomfortable conversations bring peace. But only if you pick your hard and stick with it. So ask yourself, what pain am I avoiding that's just keeping me stuck in another kind of pain? Or what challenge am I postponing, hoping it magically disappears? Because it won't, and the longer you wait to choose your hard, the more you are living on someone else's terms. Everything doesn't have to change in a day, but you need to start somewhere. Pick one thing you've been putting off and lean into it. The kind of hard that stretches your mind, strengthens your discipline, and sharpens your character. Because when you look back years from now, you won't remember how tired you were. You won't remember how sore or scared you felt. You'll remember that you chose to take control of your life, and that made all the difference. So no, life's not easy, but you do get to choose your hard. And when you choose it with purpose, when you face it with courage, and when you walk into it with your head high, you don't just survive it, you become stronger because of it. And that strength becomes your story. That becomes your freedom. And that's worth every step. Mindset. Everyone talks about it. Few people understand it. Some people think it means being happy all the time. Some think it means pretending everything is fine when it's not. Others think mindset is only about motivation. That if you just think positive, your whole world will magically change. But that's not it. Mindset is not about ignoring reality. It's not about fake smiles or motivational quotes taped to the mirror. It's not pretending bad things don't happen. Mindset is the way you respond when they do. It's the voice in your head that says, okay, this is hard, but I can handle it. It's being present, not frozen by what might happen tomorrow and not buried under the weight of what already happened yesterday. Mindset is your ability to stay in the now. And that's where your power is. That's where the choices are. That's where progress lives. Let me ask you about something. Have you ever gotten stuck in your head replaying a mistake from the past? You wish you had said something different or did something different. But no matter how many times you relive it, you can't go back and change it. Or maybe you felt your chest tighten thinking about the future, the unknowns, the risks, the fears. You're anxious about something that hasn't even happened yet. We all do it. But mindset is learning how to catch yourself in those moments. It's learning how to pause and remind yourself, I'm not back there, I'm not out there, I'm here. Mindset is presence, and presence gives you power. When you're present, you're no longer a victim to your past. When you're present, the future doesn't control your next step. When you stop reacting and you start responding with purpose, with awareness, with strength, that's mindset. Here's a real example. Let's say a basketball player misses 2 free throws in the final seconds of the game. The team loses, the crowd is brutal, reporters want answers, teammates are frustrated. That player has 2 options. 1, they can obsess over the missed shots, beat themselves up and let it destroy their confidence. Or 2, they can learn from it, grow from it, and refocus on the next game. See, the past is done. The shots were missed. The only thing that matters now is what happens next. That's mindset again. Mindset is about being able to say, I didn't get the job, but that doesn't mean I stop applying. They didn't believe in me, but that doesn't mean I stop believing in myself. I failed, but that doesn't mean I'm a failure. It's not about perfect thinking. It's not about persistent thinking. It's the ability to keep going, to stay grounded, to stay hopeful. Not because the road is easy, but because you know you're strong enough to handle it. You see, mindset isn't a switch you flip once. It's a muscle you build. Every time you catch yourself spiraling and choose to return to the moment, that's mindset. Every time you get knocked down and stand back up, that's mindset. Every time you do the hard thing when it would have been easier to quit, that's mindset. You don't have to be perfect to build it, you just have to be present. So next time your thoughts race to what you could have done or spiral into what might go wrong, pause, take a breath, look around, remind yourself, this is the moment you're in, and this is the moment you can control. That's mindset. Not perfection, not pretending, not pressure, just presence. And presence is where everything begins. Let this be your reminder. Right now, there's a clock ticking. You can't hear it, but it's there. Time is passing moment by moment, second by second. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised. All you have is today. Yet how often do we live as if we have forever? We postpone our happiness, telling ourselves that one day I'll take that risk. One day I'll chase my dream. One day I'll finally be happy. But what if one day never comes? What if the opportunity you're waiting for isn't waiting for you? What if the love you keep pushing away doesn't wait until you're ready? What if the time you think you have isn't guaranteed? Today is the only thing you own. It's the only thing that's real. Stop waiting to live. So many people spend their lives waiting for the right moment, waiting for confidence, waiting for someone to give them permission to be happy. But happiness isn't a destination. Confidence isn't something you find. It's something you build. And the right moment? It isn't coming. The right moment is now. If you have something to say, say it. If you have a dream, start it. If you love someone, tell them. Because regret is heavier than failure, and waiting is just another form of fear. So focus on what matters. Look around. Look at the people in your life. Look at the blessings you have right now. Because one day these moments will be memories. And you don't want to look back and realize you were too busy chasing more to appreciate what was already in front of you. Make the phone call. Hold the hug a little longer. Be present. Because life isn't measured in money or titles or things. It's measured in moments. Let go of yesterday and stop fearing tomorrow. The past, it's over. You can't change it. So why let it control you? The mistakes, the failures, the pain, they were lessons, not life sentences. And the future? Worrying about it won't give you control. It won't protect you from disappointment. It will only rob you of the one thing you do have, right now. Choose to live fully. At the end of your life, you won't care how many likes you got on a post. You won't care how much money was in your bank account. You'll care about the love you gave, the risks you took, the moments you were truly alive. So be alive now. Be bold. Be present. Be grateful. Because the clock is ticking, not as a warning, but as a reminder. All you have is today, and that's more than enough if you make it count. A relapse is an experience that carries so much weight. It's a moment that feels heavy with guilt, shame, and frustration. And you told yourself you wouldn't go back, yet here you are, staring at the aftermath of what feels like failure. But listen to me, it's not failure. It's a part of the journey. I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but relapsing isn't the end of your story. It's a detour, not your destination. Every single person who has overcome great challenges has stumbled. They've fallen. They've questioned whether they could get back up. And do you know what separates those who rise from those who stay down? It's their mindset. I'll remind you, you're human, not perfect. Let me say this loud and clear. You are not your mistakes. You are not weak because you stumbled. You are human. And humans are beautifully imperfect. Growth isn't a straight line. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes feels like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But even when you step back, you still gain ground from where you started. If relapsing means you've fallen off the path, that means there's a path to begin with. That means you've been making progress. You've been showing up for yourself. You've been fighting for something better, and that fight isn't over just because you had a bad day or a bad week. So how do you move forward from here? How do you rise from what feels like rock bottom? First step is forgive yourself. Let go of the self-blame. Punishing yourself for what's already happened only drags you down further. Instead, give yourself the grace you would give a friend. Would you call them a failure, or would you remind them of their strength and encourage them to keep going? Do the same for yourself. Step 2 is reflect, but don't dwell. Take a moment to look back, not to beat yourself up, but to learn. What triggered this relapse? What thoughts, feelings, or situations pushed you off course? Understanding the why can help you prepare for the future. Step 3 is you're going to recommit to your goals. A setback doesn't erase your progress. You don't have to start over completely. You just need to pick yourself up and keep going. Adjust your plan if you need to, and reach out for support if you need it, but don't let this be the moment you give up. Step 4, I want you to refocus on the next step. Don't overwhelm yourself with the long road ahead. Just take the next step. One small action can shift your mindset. It can rebuild your momentum and remind you of your strength. You see, mindset is your superpower. Your mind is your most powerful tool in recovery. If you feed it thoughts of self-doubt and despair, it will believe them. But if you remind yourself of your resilience, your worth, and your ability to rise, your mind will believe that too. Every time you get back up after a relapse, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your setbacks. You're teaching yourself perseverance. You're building a foundation of strength that no stumble can take away. A relapse isn't the end of your story. Your journey isn't over. This moment doesn't define you, it prepares you. It reminds you of why you got started in the first place and what you're fighting for. So don't give up on yourself. Don't let this stumble be the chapter where your story ends. Stand back up. Take a deep breath and take one step forward. Your best days are still ahead of you, and when you finally look back on this chapter of your life, you'll realize that this wasn't the moment you failed. This was the moment you decided to rise stronger than ever. The God's honest truth is that people are going to give up on you. It's not fair, but it's fact. Friends are going to drift away. Mentors may move on. And the people you thought would stand by your side might turn their backs when the road gets tough. But the great thing is, you don't need everyone to believe in you. You only need one person, and that person is you. It doesn't matter how many people doubt you. It doesn't matter if the world turns its back. If you have the courage to look in the mirror and say, I believe in myself, then nothing, absolutely nothing can stop you. Because belief is power. Belief is the one thing that turns pain into fuel. Life will bring you pain. It will challenge you. It will put obstacles in your path and ask you, what are you going to do now? That's the moment that defines you. That's the moment when you have two choices. Give up or get up. It sounds simple, but make no mistake, it's hard. It's hard to stand when your legs feel weak. It's hard to rise when the weight of the world is pressing down on you. It's hard to keep moving when the voices in your head are louder than the cheers of the crowd. But those are the moments where greatness is born. Every time you choose to get up, you are writing your story. You are showing yourself what you're made of. You are proving that no setback, no disappointment, no rejection is stronger than your will to rise. People might have given up on you, but they don't decide your destiny. You do. And when you feel like quitting, when the pain feels too big and the dreams feel too far, I want you to remember that pain is not your enemy. Pain is your fuel. Every hurt, every no that you encounter, every failure, it's all energy. Use it. Let it light a fire within you. When they say you can't, let that push you harder. When the door closes, let that drive you to build your own. When you fall, get back up with the kind of force that makes the world take notice. Because this is your life. This is your dream. And no one, no doubter, no critic, no quitter gets to take that from you. So get up every day, even when it's hard. You know what? Especially when it's hard. Get up for the person you're becoming. Get up for the dream you refuse to let die. Get up because you owe it to yourself to see how far you can go. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need the world to believe in you. All you need is you. So when the pain comes, when the odds feel stacked against you, remember, you've only got two choices. Give up or get up. And I know which one you'll choose, because one day, the people who gave up on you will say, I never saw it coming. And you'll say, that's because you weren't looking. Life requires more than just following instructions or going through the motions. If you want to grow, thrive, and make better decisions, you need to think critically. And the good news is, critical thinking is a skill, not a talent. It's something you can develop and sharpen with practice. So what exactly is critical thinking? Well, it's the ability to objectively analyze information, challenge assumptions, and make decisions based on logic and evidence, not just emotions or opinions. It's about being thoughtful, not reactive. So let's dive into how you develop this critical thinking skill. First, ask the right questions. At the heart of critical thinking lies one thing: questions. So start asking yourself, what evidence supports this? Is this fact or opinion? What are the possible outcomes? The more curious you become, the better your thinking will be. Don't just accept things at face value, dig deeper. Whether you're listening to the news, reading an article, or making a decision, train yourself to ask, is this really true? Second, challenge your own assumptions. We all have biases, beliefs we accept without question because they're familiar. Critical thinking requires that you identify those assumptions and ask, what if I'm wrong? Think of it like this. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. When you question your own beliefs and consider new perspectives, you sharpen your mind and open yourself to better solutions. The goal isn't to always be right. It's to be open to being better. Third, practice active listening. One of the best ways to develop critical thinking is by listening to understand, not just respond. Whether it's a conversation, a podcast, or an argument, slow down and listen carefully to not only what's being said, but what's not being said. Critical thinkers listen with curiosity, not judgment. They gather information from multiple sources before forming conclusions. The more perspectives you engage with, the more well-rounded your thinking becomes. Fourth, analyze and evaluate the information. We're bombarded with information daily. Some of it's useful, a lot of it's not. Your job as a critical thinker is to filter the noise and focus on what matters. Look for facts over opinions. Seek reliable sources instead of rumors. Ask yourself, what's the motive behind this message? In a world of clickbait and misinformation, the ability to separate truth from fluff is priceless. Number 5, develop problem-solving skills. Critical thinking isn't just about analyzing information. It's about using that information to solve problems effectively. Instead of jumping to conclusions, ask, what are all the possible solutions? What are the pros and cons of each option? What's the next best step based on the evidence? Critical thinkers focus on solutions, not excuses. They don't avoid tough decisions, they embrace them. Number 6 is reflect and learn from the experience. After every decision or experience, reflect on what you learned or what could have been done better. Reflection is essential for growth. Critical thinking is like a muscle. It gets stronger the more you use it. Every time you pause to reflect, you give yourself the chance to make better decisions in the future. After all, it's about progress, not perfection. So finally, developing critical thinking skills is like giving yourself a compass. It helps you navigate life's challenges with clarity and confidence. You won't just follow the crowd, you'll carve your own path. And here's the key. It's a process, not a destination. The more you practice questioning, analyzing, and reflecting, the sharper your mind will become. In the end, the quality of your decisions shapes the quality of your life. So ask questions, challenge assumptions, listen actively, and never stop learning. When you master your mind, you master your life. What if I told you that the way you start your morning determines the kind of day you'll have? Your mornings are like a launching pad. Get them right, and the rest of the day aligns. But here's the secret. Having productive mornings isn't about being perfect. It's about adopting simple, consistent habits that set you up for success. Let's explore 5 powerful morning habits that you can practice to make each day more productive and purposeful. Number 1, get moving. Even if it's just a little, starting your day with some physical activity activates both your body and your mind. Whether it's a quick stretch, a brisk walk, or a 20-minute workout, moving your body jumpstarts your energy levels. Exercise not only improves your mood, but it also sharpens your focus for the rest of the day, helping you tackle tasks with more clarity. Number 2, soak in the sunlight. Getting outside or letting the natural light in tells your brain, hey, it's time to wake up. Exposure to morning light resets your internal clock, making you feel more alert and less sluggish. A few minutes outside, even if it's just sipping coffee on your porch, makes a huge difference in setting a positive tone for the day. Number 3, practice gratitude or mindful moments. The mind has a natural tendency to focus on the negative. It's wired that way for survival, but when you take a moment to breathe and express gratitude, even for small things, you rewire your brain. Whether it's a quick meditation, a gratitude journal entry, or simply affirming, today will be a good day. These mindful practices help you stay grounded. Number 4, make your bed and organize your space. It might seem trivial, but making your bed in the morning gives you an immediate sense of accomplishment. It's a small task that creates momentum for the rest of your day. When your environment is neat, your mind feels clearer, leaving you more focused to take on the bigger challenges ahead. And finally, number 5, plan your day with purpose. Planning doesn't have to be rigid, but having a rough idea of your goals makes a world of difference. Take a moment to jot down what you want to achieve. Whether it's a big task or a small one, having a plan gives your day direction and ensures you're in control rather than reacting to everything around you. Each of these habits is simple on its own, but together, they build a routine that fuels success. Consistency is the key. Some days will be harder than others, but the more you practice these habits, the easier it becomes. So what will you do tomorrow morning? Will you roll out of bed and let the day happen to you? Or will you take charge, one habit at a time, to shape your future? It starts with small steps, but those small steps will take you far. Make tomorrow count. I think you're due for a reward. I know that you've accomplished so much in your life that you are due for something special. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do you think? You've been overdue for so long that I bet you've forgotten all the wonderful things that you've done, or the obstacles that you've had to overcome. I'm not talking about the big milestones. Those moments you'll remember forever. I'm talking about the smaller, maybe seemingly insignificant, yet powerful things that you did that at the time you may not even noticed. Like the day you started at the gym and got back into a healthy lifestyle. Or the time you finished a book and it reminded you of the superpowers you have. Or the day you cut off a toxic relationship so that you could find your peace of mind. All of these things may have seemed trivial at the time, but look at you now. In Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect, he discusses the powers that small events have on our lives. We may not feel their long-term effect right away, but without these small acts having taken place, we wouldn't even be where we are today. Every day we wake up, it's a day to celebrate, because there's going to be something in that day that moves us towards the who or what we want to become. The daily, sometimes minuscule actions might be invisible in the short term, but they all have a powerful impact in the long run. Take going to the gym, for instance. After one workout, you won't notice any change. After a week, you still won't feel like much is happening, but trust me, the changes have been set in motion. After 3, 6, or 12 months, all of those weekly workouts, if you viewed them on their own, well, they'd be nothing. But the accumulation of hundreds of workouts have completely transformed your body. You may not have arrived yet to your ideal fitness goals, but you are light years ahead of where you started. But did you reward yourself for getting started? Or after the first week or month of workouts? What were you waiting for? Were you waiting to reward yourself when you finally got into that pair of jeans, or felt comfortable to walk the beach in just your swimsuit? Come on, life is short. Time to celebrate the small steps. Because without the small steps, there'd be no giant leaps. We'd never cross the finish line if we didn't take the first step. And that's where we started this discussion. You're overdue for a reward. Whatever little accomplishments you've made today or this week, it's time to celebrate. Don't wait till you walk the beach. Don't wait for the world to acknowledge your gains. Give yourself permission to celebrate now. You've earned it, but more importantly, you deserve it.